I deal with them all the time. I talk to them all the time. I was helping a young lady the other day, and she was struggling with her sexuality. And I'm like, that's okay, but we can deal with the issue and get to the root of the problem. It's not that I'm a hater. I love all people. I got a lot of friends who are homosexual that we sit down and have a good conversation, but I still have to give them my point of view that it is clear to me what your sexuality is. Now, it might be a little cloudy up here in your emotions, in your mind, of what yours is, but it's clear to me, and I don't have to stumble to see and make that decision who I'm dealing with. It's clear. Amen. It's fairly simple. Now, there's some complex issues going on in the mind, and the mental, and the psychological, and the spiritual that need to be addressed. But it's clear. And it's I could go, men, you can go to the bathroom, I know holy kids here, any time of day, and I can tell you whether you're a woman or a man. It's just that simple. Now, the rest of it is spiritual, mental, psychological. See, some children are getting in a place where they're wondering, and so we say, it's okay. No, we should say, no, it's gently, we need to stir them and guide them in a different direction. Amen. Now, I don't care what people say, I'm a bigot or whatever, they can say whatever they want. They can be haters all they want. Already, my identity is already established. I know exactly who I am and how I feel about people. This culture will run away with that craziness. Now I gotta hide out because somebody said, well, you hate homeless, you the devil is a lie. If you knew some of the people that I helped, then you would not say that. If you knew how I extend myself to go out to help people that are depressed and hurting, you would know me better. So I refuse to allow other people to blanket me with who they try to shape me into being. I'm a confident alpha male. I'm secure in my skin. I already know who I am. No one has to define me or try to identify who I am. I will share with you who I am strongly. It will stand my ground. Now, if you want to see some real love, you see people trying to help people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Regardless of what they look like. See, some of y'all don't even know me out there, but I need for you to get to understand. If you understood where I come from, then you would never think that about me. Amen. I was born in Mississippi, the Clay Hills of Mississippi, on a farm, during the time when black people was not allowed to walk on the sidewalk with white people where I came from. So see, I understand. You can't come and tell me what I don't understand because you have not lived my experience. If you're not my age, you don't really even understand where I came from. So I resent it when people come to me that way because I know who I am already. Because let me tell you this, I share this with a lot of my Caucasian friends. If there was anyone who should hate white people or Caucasian people, it should be me. But I don't, because I don't have time for hate. I will help you. I don't care how you wear your hair, how long it is, how short it is, how you walk, how you talk. If you sit down with me, I will extend my hand to you and I will help you. Amen. I don't know where that comes from. I'm off on this tangent today. Usually I stay on track. So I'm going to have to regroup and come back next Sunday and just do it all over again. Y'all read Genesis. We'll deal with the tithe issue. God must have had something more important that he wants to share with you and for you to understand where we are as a people and what we need to do. We are in a bad place as a nation. Just talk. I mean, it would take that much for us to be totally out of balance. And we are a bad place as a nation for as what we believe, and where God is no longer the center of most of our families. And this is what people don't understand. When we remove God from the center of our families strongly, then the family begins to break down. And that's what you're looking at, the chaotic stuff in the streets and everywhere. God has been so removed, so far removed from the center of our lives in America. And I know some people are saying, but I have another God, but there's only one. There can, what that movie came on said, there can be only one. Can only be one. Now, some people may say this one is and that one is, but you need to find out which one is the real and true and living God.
Yes, sir.
And He's the one that shows up with the power to change your life.
Yes.
I know people don't like to hear, but I still have to preach Jesus until I die. If I go to jail, they won't take me out of jail because I'm going to be in jail preaching Jesus. Because He became the center of my life. See, people think that because you're a preacher, you've been there all your life. No, I was a gangbanger in my culture. I spent time defending my country. I went to jail because I was black. In the garbage being strike in Memphis, Tennessee. So see, I can lay out my history. And I passed the test because see, when they called me to serve my country, I went. Some people went to Canada. I thought that too. But I didn't because I lived here. And I committed to go and defend my country. Y'all hear what I'm saying? So I paid my price to say what I say and do what I do. And I believe in my God because He's been the center of my life all my life. I grew up under the principles of Christianity. I moved away from it. Yeah, I got out and I was a part of the flower child movement and smoking marijuana and getting high and sipping wine and whatever. We did that. We was looking for something, just like the generation now is looking for something. But when I made that big circle and came back to the center of my being, I found that Jesus Christ was the answer to what I was thirsty for. He filled that hunger in my being. He brought balance into my life as being a good husband. Married to the same woman for 41 years in November. He brought balance into my life by being a good husband. He brought structure into my life by being a good father to my children. And being a good neighbor. I met him. People got hate in their heart, but you can't overcome hate with hate. So I got a lot of venues coming up. So Trent will be talking because I'll put y'all on center stage and a lot of the things that I have coming up to do some music. If y'all have some time, if you do talk to me, it's not coming up right away, but I got some MLK, I'm the president of the Alliance. I'm connected to a lot of Caucasian brothers. We do a lot of things together all over the city, different parts of the state. If y'all want to be a part of that, then you can come and I'll put you on center stage. Amen. And the reason I'm going there again is because the message is in the music. The more I look into it, the more powerful that becomes. And I will be preaching that everywhere I go, the message is in the music. Yes. Y'all hear what I said? Tell your neighbor the message is in the music. Hallelujah. And if you listen to the music, you will see the culture that the message is speaking to. Tattoos, earrings down to here. I'm talking about on the guys now. And the music tells us the same thing it told us, but it tells them in a different way. We said, if you feel good, do it. They put a hook to it now. If you feel good, do it. You know, they got a different hook for this generation because that's what they grew up. That's how they grew up. And the music shaped the culture that we're in, that's in our nation. Believe it, if you don't believe it, I am telling you, it is the biggest thing that helped shape the mind, because I'm going to tell you, a little kid that taught, before he done heard about Jesus, he know who Tupac is. He know who Snoop Dogg. They would pick up them spirits like those guys. They be acting like Snoop Dogg. But tell your neighbor, say, I'm going to have to do something about it. See, we're all going to have to take a personal interest in doing something to help the person next to us, to change the culture. It won't happen overnight, but we can start a movement. I understand movements. In the music, and most of the guys, they think they're going to get rich. So they don't educate themselves and school themselves. That something has mesmerized them, that if they can just get to the studio and do the right music, they're going to blow up overnight. And sometimes it's a pipe dream. Amen. Because in the music, just like it was in our music culture, the drugs were there. In the music culture. Amen.
Amen.
It was there when I was there. See, it hasn't really changed. They just redressed it. But see, we be listening, we be laying up at the crib. We call it the crib there. You know, most people, they don't know what the crib is. We be laying up at the crib, smoking that marijuana. I'm not promoting it, I'm just telling the truth. We were listening to Donny Hathaway. Y'all, somebody remember that. They said, listen to Donny Hathaway and what's her name? Roberta Flack. And that melody just be going in and get in your brain. And that's what they meant when they say high, get high, because you done moved away from yourself. And you lose your mind. Amen. You lose your mind. Come on, let's give God a hand praise. We ready to go.